Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about Hashimoto's and keto. Okay, Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease of the thyroid. It creates a hypo state. Okay, now the biggest mistake that people make is thinking that Hashimoto's is only a thyroid problem. No, it's an immune problem. You have to look at the whole body because the immune system is dysfunctional. Now, this condition usually starts after some stress event. So in the last 30 years, working with tens of thousands of people, I had a lot of people come in with all sorts of autoimmune disorders. And I would always ask them, when did it start and what happened just before you developed this? And nearly 100% of the time, actually I think it was 100% of the time, it always occurred after some stress event. Whether it was a loss of a loved one, a divorce, a pregnancy, which is a stress, physically, probably emotionally too. So it's important to identify when it started, what happened just before, and address that thing, because that is the big clue. If it was a stress event and years later you're still in that stressful state, unless you handle that stress, it's probably not going to get better, because the endocrine system as a whole is very, very sensitive to stress. So my theory is that the autoimmune disorders affect the weaker links of the body. And we do know that several things affect the thyroid gland. Number one, high levels of estrogen can weaken the thyroid. High levels of cortisol, that's stress, can weaken the thyroid. Nutritional deficiencies can weaken the thyroid. Consuming junk food can definitely weaken the thyroid. Radiation can weaken the thyroid. So let's say you're getting some dental x-rays, but you're not shielding your thyroid. That's one possibility. Gluten can affect the thyroid. GMO foods can affect the thyroid, like soybean oil or corn oil. So without getting too technical with the biochemistry, let's get right into what you can do if you have a Hashimoto's problem. Number one, you need to fix the immune system. Selenium is a really important trace mineral to improve immune function. Cruciferous vegetables are very important in Hashimoto's for two reasons. One, that it slowly helps detoxify certain chemicals that could be affecting the immune system and the thyroid, but also it contains glutathione, which is a very potent, powerful compound that helps rebuild your immune system. So of course people are going to say, wait a second, I thought that the cruciferous vegetables are going to make my thyroid worse because it's going to deplete me of iodine. Well, realize we're dealing with an immune problem, okay, not just a thyroid issue. So we're simply going to add more sea kelp to counter any potential depletion of iodine, but the benefits of cruciferous are huge. And out of all the cruciferous vegetables, Brussels sprouts have the highest glutathione. Now, in addition to that, of course, you're going to do healthy ketosis with intermittent fasting. But the frequency of eating is going to probably have to be once a day because the metabolism is going to be severely affected. So you're going to have to work slowly to the point where you're just eating once a day to see results. And in that healthy keto plan, we want to make sure we have enough vitamin A from the cod liver oil or certain fish and certain healthy fats and egg yolks. Vitamin D is very vital for the immune system too. You can get that from sun or take it as a supplement. And lastly, bile salts. Bile salts, purified bile salts, is a product that I use called gallbladder formula, will help speed up the thyroid because it helps convert T4 to T3. All right? Thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.